Hey guys, wanted to bring you another YouTube video. So as you can see on my screen, I wanted to talk about this new executive order from Governor Newsom. So he actually passed this yesterday as an executive order that by 2035, all gas vehicles will be banned. Now, when I first saw the headlines or heard about the headlines, I was a little surprised. Like, are they going? My first question: are they going to take all the gas cars away, and you're fine if you don't have an electric vehicle or if you're driving a gas car? But so there's a lot of this is picking a lot of steam. It's trending. I could tell you what I've already learned and from the past 24 hours from what I've heard. So, what I've read from different media outlets. So, first thing, like what they are saying, is that yes, by 2035, not right away or anything, this gives plenty of time, I would say, for all these car manufacturers. So, what he's saying is that by 2035, he wants you to be able to switch to EVs. Now, you could still have your gas vehicle in the secondary market, which secondary market means that these used cars can be sold and bought still, like on Craigslist, Auto Trader, Carfax, all these different places that you can, or private dealership. So, if you prefer that. Now, moving forward, 2035, that means you would only be able to buy electric vehicles in California. Now, what also is going to take place in 2045, 10 years more after that, you have to, they're banning like the trucks, the vans, big vehicles needs to be also in compliance too. Now, they didn't say if it's going to be fines or anything like that. But obviously, we've seen the success of Tesla. I think that's one reason why they're they have a leg up right now for this new incentive. Now, what also, they're going to be the first state that's going to implement this. Now, if you didn't realize or know about, there's also 15 countries around the world that's already made this pledge. One of the biggest ones, and I thought was going to be really hard, is going to be China. China's going to be, I believe, 2060 zero emissions for their cars and vehicles. So, if I was still in California, I would probably save a sinking fund account to get an electric vehicle that way. I mean, I've actually thought about it, but one of the biggest thing is the cost. The cost is way too high still, I believe. If you really want to be able to make it affordable for all these Californians to switch over, there was that $7,500 credit. Now, I didn't take advantage of it at the time because I didn't think the technology is ready. One of the things I want would be, and I could probably do a separate video. I'm just going to summarize it real quick. I don't think the long range, the charging would be too long too. And also because you can't say it's zero CO2, not polluting. So, because whatever's take the carbon footprint to build a car like that compared to a gas vehicle, you're still going to have some carbon footprints there. So, and then also, where is the electricity coming from? Now, to be like as close as zero as possible, then each house where you charge would have to have solar or their own renewable energy that way. Or if you go to the supercharger, they're getting that charge from somewhere, like from the grid. So I think that's going to, you can't really say it's completely 0%. Yes, it is 0% when you're driving the vehicle, but you have to think about the other variables, that it's not completely 0%, but it's better than nothing, I guess you could say, in that sense. But if you're going to make it that way, you got to really have where it's affordable. I know, because I think California also, for the electricity, like the state of Nevada, I believe by 2030 they have to have 50% renewable energy. That's what their goal is. And so California, I believe, is trying to be almost 100%, I believe. I would have to do more research on that, but that's what I heard. Was supposed to be 100% of renewable. Now, the other question is, does that mean that other states will follow? Because usually, like, you got different, it's usually New York or California that tries to do something first, and then other states will try to see and follow suit if it's working well. I already read that Oregon is one of the states that's going that likes the idea, and surprisingly, I heard Michigan, which you have all the big companies like GM there and all the American manufacturing factories there. So I heard that one reason why they like it, it could be a second industrial revolution for the automakers, that they could create more jobs in that sense that way. Where it says, Fox News, where it says California GOP warns that Newsom's gas vehicle sales ban will cost jobs. I think it could be a wash eventually in that sense. So instead of doing those gas cars, you're probably going to still have those people, if they could put the car together, as where they're going to be working there. So I think it could still be washed. You might not lose jobs in that sense. If anything, I think you're going to lose more gas stations, probably in the long run in California, which if you're visiting there, it would probably be hard to find gas, or it could be more expensive because there could be less supply, maybe, and then more demand there. Or they might, because they have one of the highest restrictions on EPA, that they might even charge more on their gas tax. So what my thoughts are is that I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, like if the rest of the country follows suit, or it could be like I don't know if I could say, like what happened with Denver with recreational, a certain record. Like, there's going to be certain things that not all states could, like, I guess another good comparison I could give is, you're not going to see, it could be the mask thing, right? This could be like the whole mask thing. Either your state governor could probably adapt it, or they might not. It's not going to be where every state's going to mandate it. So it really depends where you live. I don't know if and it depends on the federal government if they want to jump in still and extend that 7,500. So we'll see where it goes, but there's definitely there's a lot of talks about this, just like how I put out the video about the wealth tax. It only sucks for, I think, for my family and friends that live there. Like, if you're in the middle class, it puts even more burden if you're trying to switch over to EV, if the cost is still going to be the same. Because hopefully the cost will go down. I could see more people as the way most people will switch is if the cost is down, the infrastructure of being able to charge your vehicle is easy, and that you're going to be able to where it's not as inconvenient too. So we'll see where this leads. I just thought it was kind of convenient where I'm showing you right here, because yes, I agree with the climate change, and so I think he's trying to fight climate change by pretty much banning the vehicles that way, because he thinks carbon emission is caused quite a bit from cars. So he's thinking this could help lessen the fires later down the road. So let me know what you think, especially you live in California or outside of California or used to live in California. Do you think this would have been attractive? Would this been something hard for you to adapt, or would this be hard financially? For me, like I said, it would have been probably more financial burden if the cost is not there when I was living there, because it was already expensive to live in the Bay Area. So especially if you're charging, say, during the day, you're going to be a higher tier with PG&E, which is their utility company out there. So you only get probably a couple miles per hour to charge at your home. So your electric bill will probably be high again if you don't have solar on your house. So again, if you lived in an apartment or condo, that would be hard. When I had my condo, that would have been hard to have an electric, because there's no place to charge it. Yeah. I just think it's going to be hard for some families or anyone living in California. I think that could also speed up some people exodus. Probably more people will leave before that 2035 because of everything going on and all these different things that they're trying to do to fix the state. But again, let me know what you think of this new executive order. Not sure if a new governor or anyone that takes over after Newsom could reverse it. But just thought this was kind of interesting, especially, like I said, it's trending right now. There's a lot of thoughts about this. But again, go ahead and like, share, comment, and subscribe, especially if you live in California or used to live there. And let me know what you think about this overall. And would you be happy with it, okay with it? Because like I said, I know there's global warming issues. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised where I live, where they would probably move or shift towards that EV vehicle. So we'll see how that goes down. Thanks.